Welcome again, students. In today's video, we will be looking at the Numeracy Test, June 2024. 30 questions, 40 minutes to answer. Let's get to the first question. Examine the price of the pencil case and the pencil below. Use it to answer questions 1 and 2. So you see the pencil case, it has a cost of $934.50. The pencil, $28. So we are going to answer question 1. What is the price of the pencil case? The correct answer is A, $934.50. Let's get to question 2. What is the value of 8 in the price of the pencil? So 28 represents 2 tens, 8 ones. So since the 8 is in the ones column, it represents $8. The answer is C. Question 3, examine the piece of rope below. Use it to answer question 3. Which letter represents about half of the length of the piece of rope? So if the rope is from here to here, then half of it would be here. Half of it would be here. So the correct answer would be C, L. Question 4. The amount of money each student has is shown below. Use the information to answer questions 4 and 5. Who has the largest amount of money? So we have Alex with $149, Susan $250, Dylan $299, and Kara $178. Who has the largest amount of money? That would be Dylan, $299. The answer is B. All right, question 5 said, whose money is closest to 200? So again, this has to do with rounding off, estimating. And so, whose money is closest to 200? Is it 149, 178, 299, or 250? And again, you could put this on a number line and see where it would fall. And the correct answer is B, 178. If we should find a difference between 200 and each of these, then you'd see that the smallest difference would be that of 200 and Kara's amount of 178. Okay, that would give us the smallest difference, so that means it is closest to 200. All right, let's get to the next question. Question 6. A bag with 30 mangoes is shared equally amongst 3 friends. Which of the following would result in the number of mangoes each friend received? So again, we would need to think about the problem, and it says you're going to be sharing equally among 3 friends, which means you're dividing. Okay, so you have 30 mangoes. Each friend, since it's 3 of them, you would need to divide the number of mangoes by 3 to show what each friend would receive. So the correct operation would be A, 30 divided by 3. Number 7. Examine the diagram representing 4 pizzas below. The white section shows the amount of pizza slices that were eaten. Each pizza has 6 slices of pizza remaining. No, sorry. Which pizza has 6 slices of pizza remaining? So remember they said the white section shows the amount of pizza slices that were eaten. So the red would show the amount, or the amount of pizza slices that are left. So which one has 6 slices of pizza remaining? So we need to find one that has 6 red sections remaining, and that is D. Remember, the white represents what was eaten, so the red represents what is remaining. Let's get to question 8. The diagram below shows 6 students in their position during a race. The diagram shows Mark in first place. Use this information and the diagram to answer question 8. So we have Mark in first place, then Brian, then Tim, then Carla, Don, and Jane. So it asks, which student was 2 places ahead of Carla during the race? So here's Carla. Remember that Mark is in the first place. So we are looking at this direction. So Carla is basically 4th in this race. So who is 2 places ahead of Carla? That would be Brian. So Brian is 2 places ahead of Carla. So the correct answer would be A. Moving on to question 9. The diagram below shows some cars in a parking lot. Use it to answer questions 9 and 10. All right, so we see some cars in the parking lot, which is the correct representation for the total number of cars shown. So the easiest thing to do would be to count off the cars first of all. How many cars are there? There are 12. So that will help to guide your answer. All right, option A, 12 10s, 0 1s. Is it 2 10s and 1? So once you know that it's 12, the correct answer is one group of 10 and 2 1s. So the correct answer is D. Moving on to question 10. Examine the incomplete statement made about the cars in the parking lot. There are blank groups of 6 cars. Which number would complete the statement made about the cars? So how many groups of 6 cars were there? Again, we had found 12 cars. So that means there are 2 groups of 6 cars. All right, 2 groups of 6, that would give us 12. So the correct answer for 10 is B. 2 groups of 6 cars. Question 11. All right, Travis has the notes shown in the box below. Use them to answer questions 11 and 12. All right, so we see a $500 note, a $100 note, another $100 note, and a $50 note. So which of the following represents the total value of all the notes that Travis has? So 500 plus 100, that's 600, plus another 100, that's 700, plus 50, that's $750. So the correct answer is D, $750. Let's get to question 12. Travis used the $500 note to buy a patty for $300. How much money does Travis have left in total? They didn't ask how much change did he get from the $500 note. They want to know how much he has left in total. Remember, the original amount was $750. So he would have the $200 change that he got from the 500 plus the 250 that he did not spend. So the total that he had left would be $450. That answer is C. Just a reminder, as you're going along with this video, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. And you could also take note of the other videos we have on this channel. All right, question 13. 4 school bags are shown below. Each school bag has 6 books. How many books are there in all? So this is either addition or multiplication. You could choose either. So you could say 4 bags times 6 books each. So 4 times 6, that's 24. Or you could have added 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. That also gives you 24. The correct answer for 13 is D, 24. Question 14. Ryan is taking all the boxes below all the boxes shown below to his car. Use the information to answer question 14. So we could count the number of boxes, see how many boxes there are. So question 14 says Ryan has made 3 trips to his car so far. For each trip, he has taken 4 boxes to his car. For his final trip, how many boxes will Ryan take to his car? So we see, is it 2, 3, 4, or 12? So he has taken 3 trips. He has made 3 trips to his car, and each trip he has taken 4 boxes. So the first trip he took 4 boxes. The second trip he took another 4 boxes. The third trip he took another 4. How many boxes are left? 2. So the correct answer for 14, how many boxes will he take for his final trip? The answer is 2. Please pay attention to the questions. He did not ask how many boxes he has taken so far. Make sure you read the questions carefully. Question 15. There are 46 students in the math club at Shell Primary School. For their meeting on Friday, 5 girls and 6 boys were absent. 7 boys were absent. Which of the following would help you to find the number of girls who were present for the meeting on Friday? Is it the number of boys who were absent? No, that doesn't have anything to do with the girls who were present. Is it the number of girls who were absent? We already know the number of girls who were absent, but that information alone isn't enough to help us. Is it the number of girls in the club? Yes, that's the information you would need. See, if we know the number of girls in the club and then we know the number of girls who are absent, it would be able, we find a difference between those two, it would give us the number of girls who were present. So we would need to know the number of girls in the club and then subtract the ones who were absent to find out how many were present. Correct answer for 15 is C. Halfway through the paper, let's go. All right, so examine the scale that Paul is using to weigh his purple toy car. Use it to answer questions 16 and 17. All right, so he's weigh the car, and we can note the measurement there, somewhere between the 4 kg mark and the 5 kg mark. Kg stands for kilograms. So how much does Paul's toy car weigh? Is it 4 kilograms, 4.5, 5 kilograms, or 5.5? The correct answer is 4.5, halfway between 4 kilograms and 5 kilograms. So the answer is B, 4.5. All right, next question. Question 17 says, Paul also had a red toy car. His red toy car weighs 500 grams more than his purple toy car. How much does Paul's red toy car weigh? So again, 500 grams is half of a kilogram. Okay, because it takes 1,000 grams to give you 1 kilogram. So if we had another 500, we'd basically be having half a kilogram more. So since Paul's purple car weighs 4.5 kilogram, which is 4.5 kilograms, if we add another 500 grams, which is half kilogram more, then his red toy car weighs 5 kilograms. The answer is C. 17. Netball practice begins at 25 minutes to 3 o'clock. Which clock shows the time that netball practice begins? So 25 minutes to 3, not yet 3. So we need to take 25 minutes, all right, from 3 o'clock pretty much, which would give us the correct answer, A. Okay. It's not yet 3 o'clock, so the hour hand, as you know, is not yet on the 3. And if we count 25 minutes to 3 o'clock, remember each number on the clock represents, is at 5-minute intervals. So the correct answer is A. 19. Examine the picture of a school's football field below. Use it to answer question 19. The school wants to know the amount of space covered by the football field. They know they need the length of the football field. Which of the following does the school also need? So again, the amount of space covered, that has to do with area. So they want to find the area. They already have the length. What else is needed? The formula for finding area is length times width. So they would also need to know the width of the football field. So the answer for 19 is B. Length times width give us area. That's what we need to find out the number of space covered by the football field. Question 20. A piece of stick is 55 centimeters long. How much shorter than 1 meter is the piece of stick? So it takes 100 centimeters to give you 1 meter. So if you have, what we're trying to do then is find the difference between 55 centimeters and 100 centimeters, which would have been the equivalent to a meter. And so the difference between 100 centimeters and 55 centimeters would be 45 centimeters. So the correct answer for 20 is A. It takes 100 centimeters to give you 1 meter. So it was shorter than a meter by 45 centimeters. All right, examine the path formed by the road in the picture below. Use it to answer question 21. Which street is perpendicular to Jones Street? So you have to know what the word perpendicular means. It means where two lines meet and form a right angle pretty much. So the correct answer is Ellis Street, because of course it would form a right angle. Oops. It would form a right angle right here. Okay, so the correct answer is C. Ellis Street. Let's get to question 22. Samantha is drawing a symmetrical house. She has completed one side of the house. When she completes the drawing, she will be able to fold along the blue line and see the same shape match exactly on the other side. So use the house and this information to answer question 22. So when you fold the paper, it should have the same shape, right? On the other side, it should be the mirror image pretty much. So which of the following represents the complete drawing of the other side of the house? And so let's look at the options. A, no, because if we should put A there, it would not match. Could not be C either, not D. So the correct answer is B. All right, so that would be the exact match to the other side. So it would have completed the door section and then the window on that side. So the correct answer is D. Moving on, question 23. Let me go back to make sure. Okay, I said D. The correct answer is B. B as in boy. Okay, I did circle the correct thing, but I said D. The answer is B. All right, so Steph has grouped her puzzle pieces into two sets as shown below. Use them to answer questions 23 and 24. How has Steph grouped her puzzle pieces? Is it by color, by width, by the type of pattern, by the number of sides? The correct answer is D, by the number of sides. There are some that are have three sides, those are in one group, and the ones with 4 sides are in another group. All right, question 24. Which puzzle piece has two angles that are less than 90? So for A, B, and C, those all have 90-degree angles. in all the corners, but D has two angles that are acute, meaning less than 90, and it also has two angles that are obtuse, meaning they measure more than 90. So the correct answer is D. All right, these are the two angles that would be less than 90. This one. Why is this thing going off like that? So you have one angle here and the other one here. These measure less than 90. Let's get to question 25. Examine the box below. Use it to answer question 25. The box is an example of which solid? Is it a cube, a cuboid, a cylinder, or a sphere? The correct answer is a cuboid. For it to be a cube, all the sides, the faces would have to be the same length. It would be made up of squares, not rectangles. All right, so the correct answer is B, cuboid. The diagram below shows a balanced scale with equal weight on each side. Use it to answer question 26. So on one side, we see n with 20, and then the other side, we have 20 plus 20 plus 20. So they're both equal, so 20 plus 20 plus 20 would be 60. So we already have 20, but we don't know what n is, so we would need to find a difference between 60 and 20. And so n, which represents the unknown, would be 40. So n weighs 40. 40 plus 20 is 60, which would be equal to 60 on the other side. Correct answer for 26 is C. All right, a bicycle along with its price tag is shown below. Use it to answer question 27. Which of the following would result in the cost for two bicycles? All right, so one bicycle costs $n, so two bicycles would be n plus n. Okay, so the correct answer is D, n plus n dollars. All right, examine the pie chart below. It shows how Amy spends her money each day. Use it to answer questions 28 to 30. Amy's daily spending. All right, in the red it says snacks. In the yellow or orange it says bus fare, green for savings, and blue for lunch. On what does Amy spend the most money? That blue section would show the largest share, and that would be lunch. So she spent most money on lunch. The correct answer is B. Get to question 29. On which two items did Amy spend the same amount of money? So we want to look at two sections that have the same or look identical. And let's go back to the question. That would be snacks and savings. Those two sections appear to be identical. So the correct answer for 29 is A. All right, question 30. Amy spends $600 for lunch each day. How much money does she spend in total each day? So remember that for the lunch appears to be half, right? So that means the amount that she spends each day would be 600 plus 600. That gives you a total of 1,200. So the correct answer for number 30 would be C. All right, so that takes us to the end of the test. Please make sure that you have subscribed, and those who are interested in copies of these papers or to request information about classes, you could WhatsApp 477-4950. Thanks for